16 and you came up with a big stick. And
yeah, I mean, I think we had one of our ends was outside leverage and, bounced it right back inside to me. So, I mean, it's how we drew it up pretty much, and this was a great job I can't think of who the end was in the game, but being able to push that ball back inside, because he gets out there. I mean, he has a shot to get it. You saw his run ability. I think we may have, underestimated his run ability a little bit, I would say. So he was a guy, I mean, once Freeman kind of got out of there, he was kind of replacing the zone, inside zone kind of deal, because they have the stat backs kind of getting on the outside. And, I saw him put his head down. Like I said, I didn't get to talk to him after the game, but he's a hell of a quarterback. I mean, he's a competitor. Fight for the extra yards. I can't think. We had one turnover. We didn't get a turnover today. No turnover. So, yeah, he took care of the ball. But we knew that's how it was going to be. We knew that regardless, whether the situation was Freeman was in or not, that they were going to kind of keep the ball out of his hands as far as passing, and really wanted to use his running ability and use, the guys they got. I mean, they got some good backs that, although they're fast, as we saw today, they can break tackles, get loose. They do a great job of keeping their balance. It's Coach Bray talked to us early this week about how they're taught to kind of. It looks like, to us on film, we're all week like, man, these dudes look like they're scared of contact. But when people come up and hit them, you see guys bouncing off them. But they're kind of just taught to, shield themselves from the big hit and get off. And great credit to those guys. That's tough. I mean, I'm glad the game's over with. As far as the game planning and just, we were going back to, I think, Bray's day of film just to find any kind of little thing they may just pull out, And definitely was one of those weeks of game planning we were all really excited for, though. Excited for the opportunity and excited for the challenge. And, we stepped up and fought in all aspects of the game. Big credit to DP on that punt return and, what he's been able to do coming back from that injury. And, a lot of people, thought he should redshirt, but, DP's a hell of a player. He's a guy that's going to continue to make a difference on this special teams. And I think that was a really, really big play that he made.
You stick that guy on the final play of the game, or outside of the kneel to close it out. You flex. What was the emotion? It seemed like you guys just let it loose there.
Yeah, for me, it was like, it was my ACL rehab, just, getting hurt early in camp, kind of being counted out, thinking I, may have something serious, and I thought I did, and, man, God's just good, that's just the crazy thing, I kind of saw myself, kind of playing a big role. You can call it whatever you want, as far as vision or whatever. And God was able to put me in a position to go out here and make an impact and go help our team. And all credit to him. All glory to God. It's been a journey for me. And it's been a journey for a lot of guys here. So I don't want to make this all about me or nothing like that. That's just great to have those guys that have went through adversity, has built character through adversity, and you see Mick out there, just trying to get back. Just trying to get back to be on the field with us. And he had his limited snaps, and he couldn't really, be out there as much as he wanted. But his energy, him coming back, I think that helped us a lot throughout the week too. And I can't wait to see him get out there next week.
I know it's only week 3, but you even said last week that you wanted to get up for this game. You wanted to make it a big game. Mm-hmm. Now that it's over and you have that victory, what does this mean for the program, the players, the fans? How do you wrap your mind around what you guys just got accomplished?
24-hour rule, of course. But then again, this win doesn't mean nothing if we come out next week and have a hangover. This week win means nothing if we go out here and disrespect Northwestern by not preparing in a similar fashion, with the same energy, with the same intensity, with the same focus as we did Oregon. And that's going to have to continue on. Like I told the defense, now it's an expectation. It's not just something we may be able to do. Now, people are going to see it and like, hey, okay, what are you going to do now next? And we got the Big Ten schedule coming up, and if we've seen, as I've seen since I've been here, anybody can play with you. The Big Ten, any given Saturday. So for us, it's going to be prepared like we did this week and continue on.
Defensively, you guys learn anything new about you? They played something completely different than what you saw the previous 2 weeks, and it seemed like, with all of the cachet that Oregon has and the up-tempo, and I mean, you guys didn't bow down to that challenge, and it seemed like you really succeeded in defending it.
Yeah, I think more than anything it was depth. I mean, especially a linebacker, just the ability for us to be able to rotate with 5-6 guys right now. I mean, that's more than anything. That's a big plus for us on defense. And looking at the core of our defense, what our defense is about, it's about the linebackers. Having those guys, be able to come in different packages. Marcus and Dedrick and dime, or me and Bando and dime, or me and Bando and nickel. We have so many different combinations, and the ability to do different things. That's just the beautiful part about our linebacker room, and just the cohesiveness and just a love for one another. I think in general, this team cares a lot about each other, and it just feels good to be around that. It definitely feels good to be around that.